Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you a quick update on the fresh air intake on this wood burning stove. There's been a couple of awesome comments and there's a major problem with this setup, and I'll show that to you in a second. Basically, I did a video about how to install a fresh air intake for a wood burning stove, and that's a couple videos ago. I'll put a link in the description box below to that video and you can check it out if you didn't see it. Basically what happened is this stove was existing. I didn't install this stove. It seemed to be in a great spot to me. It's right about the middle of the room, of the cabin, I mean, and everything's fine and dandy. And a video I did last winter, somebody mentioned, or a lot of people mentioned, you should put a fresh air intake on that thing. So we found the part that hooks up under here. And again, the link to that install is in the description box below. And there was an existing hole in the cabin, so I just had to pipe it. Piece of cake, really simple stuff, no problem. It all sounds great. It works great, sucking all that fresh air in. Makes total sense to me. But there's one major flaw to this system, and I didn't even know about it or think about it for that matter. And this is why I want to put this video out there so that you don't make the same mistake. Again, this is existing. So now if you want to go and build your own cabin and you want to put a fresh air intake, this is some good info. A fellow by the name of James mentioned it, and it's just awesome. I'll show you the major flaw here of this system and how I'm going to fix it. So it's been beautiful lately. We've had awesome weather, really not a lot of snow. We had a couple big dumps of snow, but it's pretty much melted. So you call them Chinooks here. But anyway, so not a ton of snow yet. Last year, and we will again this year, get a whack of snow. We just get dumped on here hard. We're in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. So yeah, this is where snow lives. Anyway, so here is the, and I showed this again, link in the description below. Here is the fresh air intake for that stove. And basically, like I said, the stove's right about there. So whoever installed it, put it here, and it makes sense. It looks good right now, doesn't it? But realistically, doesn't make sense, because last year we had so much snow here, and a guy by the name of James in the comments to the fresh air intake mentioned it, that our snow is going to be up to here. So that's going to be buried 100%. So he mentioned maybe we should move this vent up top under the eaves where it's safe. Totally makes sense. But for me, I don't want to actually put another hole in the cabin. So I have another plan, and I'll tell you that in a second. The other big problem here with this location is, and if you're doing this on your own cabin, this totally makes sense. So here's the fresh air intake. And again, I had snow probably that high last year. And one of the reasons you get so much snow there is because of this problem here. The slope of the roof, totally wrong. So basically that snow load, and there's nothing on there now, but I've had 3 feet easily on there, and I'll have 3 feet in one sitting again, no problem. And it just slides off at some point, and just this area here just fills up with snow. And I'm telling you, it fills up with a ton of snow. So that's a major issue. So what I'm going to do and how to fix this without putting another hole in the cabin, and again, if you did this from scratch, you wouldn't design it like this in the first place. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shroud, or take this grill off here, and I'm going to extend my pipe that I have out there, and I'm going to bring it straight up the wall, and as James says, bring it in under the eaves. So I'm definitely going to do that, but I'm not going to put a hole in the cabin. I'm just going to extend this pipe, and then I'm going to clad it in something. I'll probably strip down some wood and just box it in so it doesn't look too rude. I think it would be obviously cleaner if I went through and just had a little hole up there. But again, at this point, I'm going to do a quick fix before this snow starts flying hard here and get this thing breathing up under the eaves. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that. If you're building your own, that's something to think about. The roof slope is a problem. How high this thing off the ground is a problem. And now I know, and hopefully now you know too. Thanks for watching this video on how to screw up a cold intake install on your wood burning stove in your log cabin.